What if the secret to waking up with energy, a sharper mind, and a stronger heart wasn't a new pill or a fancy diet, but something as simple as when you go to bed? Imagine this, it's 8:30 p.m., you're cozied up in your favorite recliner, the glow of the TV lighting the room and a heavy wave of tiredness hits. You think it's way too early to sleep. I'm not that old. So you grab a snack, flip to another channel, or scroll through your phone, pushing past that drowsiness. But when morning rolls around, you're dragging, your thoughts are fuzzy, and those moments of forgetting where you left your glasses feel all too frequent. If you're over 70 or you care deeply about someone who is, this could be a game changer. That tiredness you're fighting, it's not a flaw. It's your body's way of guiding you to better health. Hi, I'm here to share something that sounds almost too simple to be true, but it's backed by doctors and has transformed lives, the best bedtime for seniors over 70. After years of diving into health and wellness, talking to experts and hearing from seniors, just like you, I've learned that one small shift when you turn out, the light can unlock deeper sleep, brighter mornings, and even a healthier heart. No expensive gadgets or complicated routines needed. It's about syncing with your body's natural rhythm to age with vitality and joy. In this video, we'll uncover why your sleep changes after 70, the science behind the perfect bedtime, and 5 doctor-approved habits to help you rest better and feel younger. So pull up a comfy chair, maybe grab a warm drink, and let's get started. Have you felt your sleep slipping lately? Let's explore why. First, let's talk about something that might surprise you, that early evening tiredness isn't a sign you're slowing down. It's your body's wisdom at work. After 70, your internal clock, the one that cues sleep and wakefulness, starts running on a new schedule. Picture it like a trusty old watch that's been ticking for years. It's still keeping time, but the hands move a bit earlier now. Research from places like the University of California and the National Institute on Aging shows that as we age, our brain pumps out melatonin, the sleepy time hormone, sooner, sometimes as early as 800 p.m. Back in your 50s or 60s, you might have felt that drowsiness creep in around 10:30 or 11 was. But now your body's gently nudging you toward rest much earlier. Here's the kicker. If you brush off that nudge staying up for one more game show or to sort through old photos, you're missing the prime window for the kind of sleep that truly restores you. Why does this matter so much? Because after 70 deep sleep, the stage that heals your body and clears your mind gets harder to come by. Studies show we get up to 40% less of this vital sleep compared to our younger years. That's why you might log 8 hours but wake up feeling like you barely rested. I think of my friend Ruth, a 76-year-old retired librarian with a love for mystery novels. She told me, I've always gone to bed at 11:30, but now I'm foggy all day. I thought it was just part of getting older. After we talked, I suggested she try hitting the pillow by 9:30. A month later, she was back to devouring her books with a clear head and a smile. It's like someone lifted a cloud, she said. Ruth's experience shows that your body's ready to adapt. You just need to listen. Now let's dive into the science of the perfect bedtime. Sleep experts, like those at the Mayo Clinic, point to a golden hour for seniors between 9 hours and 10 p.m. Why this sweet spot? It's when your melatonin levels are at their highest, signaling your brain to ease into deep restorative sleep. A 2024 study showed that seniors who went to bed in this window had a 50% improvement in sleep quality, less waking up in the middle of the night, fewer restless moments, and more pep in their step come morning. But it's not just about feeling refreshed. This bedtime can protect your heart. During early sleep, your heart rate and blood pressure naturally drop, giving your cardiovascular system a much-needed breather. Seniors sticking to a 9:00, 10:00 bedtime have shown up to a 40% lower risk of heart problems, and your brain gets a bonus. It flushes out toxins linked to memory lapses, keeping your mind sharper. Miss this window and you're not just shortchanging your sleep, you're missing a chance to thrive. So what's the first habit to make this happen? Embrace your body's signal. That sleepy feeling around 8:30 or 9 or dur isn't something to push through. It's a gift. Don't drown it out with caffeine or screen time. Instead, welcome it. When you feel that first yawn, start your wind down. Turn off the TV, set your phone aside, and let your body glide into rest. My Uncle Joe, a 79-year-old who used to fix cars for a living, swore by late nights until he tried going to bed at 9:30. Now he's out gardening with his grandkids again, full of energy. Now that you're starting to see how your body's early tiredness is a signal to embrace, let's talk about how to make that 9 to 10 RPM bedtime feel like second nature. It's one thing to know the right time to sleep, but it's another to create the conditions for rest that's deep, healing, and refreshing. Think about the last time you had a truly great night's sleep. Maybe you woke up feeling like you could take on the world, or at least enjoy your morning coffee with a clear head. That kind of rest isn't out of reach even after 70. It's about small, thoughtful habits that tell your body it's safe to let go. Let's dive into the next two habits that doctors swear by to help seniors sleep better and wake up stronger. The second habit is all about what you don't do before bed. Skip the caffeine and heavy meals at night. You might be thinking, but I've always had my afternoon tea and I love a late night bowl of ice cream, I hear you, and I'm not here to take away your joys. But here's something eye-opening: caffeine can linger in your system for up to 6 hours, sometimes longer as we age. That 3 p.m. cup of coffee or even a sneaky chocolate bar after dinner could still be buzzing in your brain when you're trying to drift off at 9:30. I learned this the hard way with my friend Margaret, a 72-year-old who runs a book club. She was struggling to fall asleep, tossing and turning until midnight. When we chatted, she mentioned her evening ritual of decaf coffee, except it wasn't always decaf. We switched her to herbal tea like chamomile after 2 p.m. And within a week, she was dozing off effortlessly. It's like my body finally got the memo, she laughed. Heavy meals are another sleep thief. When you eat a big rich dinner, say a plate of lasagna or fried chicken, your stomach's working overtime to digest it, keeping you awake when you should be winding down. Research from the American Academy of Sleep Medicine shows that eating large meals within 3 hours of bedtime can disrupt deep sleep and even raise blood sugar levels overnight, which is especially tough if you're managing diabetes. Instead, try finishing your last full meal by 6:30 p.m. if you're aiming for a 9:30 bedtime. If you get peckish later, go for a light snack that's easy on your system, like a handful of almonds, a slice of whole grain toast with a smear of peanut butter, or a warm glass of milk. These choices calm your body and signal rest, not work. Margaret started having a small bowl of yogurt with berries in the evening, and she swears it's her new secret weapon for peaceful nights. Let's move to the third habit: dim the lights to let your body know it's time to rest. This one's like giving your brain a gentle hug. Our ancestors went to bed when the sun dipped below the horizon, and while we're not lighting candles anymore, our brains still respond to light cues. Bright lights, especially the blue glow from your TV phone, or those harsh overhead LEDs, trick your brain into thinking it's daytime, suppressing that melatonin we talked about. But soft, warm lighting, that's like a lullaby for your nervous system. Studies from the National Sleep Foundation show that reducing bright light exposure 2 hours before bed can boost melatonin production by up to 30%, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Try this around 7:30 or 8 p.m. Turn off the big ceiling lights and switch to a table lamp with a warm bulb, or even those amber tone string lights that feel cozy and inviting. I saw this work wonders for my cousin Ed, a 77-year-old who loved watching late-night crime dramas. He'd complain about waking up at 3:00 a.m., unable to get back to sleep. I suggested he swap his bright living room lights for a soft lamp and cut the TV by 8:30. At first he grumbled, "I need my shows," but he gave it a try. 2 weeks later, he called me amazed. "I'm sleeping through the night and I feel calmer," he said. He even started reading paperbacks by lamplight, which he hadn't done in years. It's not just about the light itself. It's about creating an atmosphere that says, "The day's done. You're safe to rest." These habits, skipping caffeine and heavy meals and dimming the lights, aren't about overhauling your life. They're about making small tweaks that respect how your body's changing. When you clear the path for sleep, you're not just resting better. You're giving your heart, brain, and spirit a chance to recharge. I think of it like tending a garden. You don't force the flowers to bloom, but you give them the right soil and sunlight to thrive. Your sleep is the same way. So tonight, when you're tempted to grab that extra cup of tea or keep the lights blazing, pause and ask, "What's my body asking for?" You might be surprised at how much better you feel when you listen. You're already on your way to better sleep by honoring your body's early tiredness, skipping late-night caffeine and heavy meals, and dimming the lights to create a cozy, restful vibe. But there's more you can do to make that 9 to 10 p.m. bedtime feel like a gift you give yourself every night. Imagine slipping into bed, your mind calm, Your body relaxed and waking up feeling like you've hit the reset button, ready to enjoy your morning walk, a chat with a friend, or just the simple pleasure of a sunny day. That's what the next two habits are all about, creating a routine that invites sleep and protects it from the distractions of our modern world. Let's dive into the final steps doctors recommend to help you rest deeply and live vibrantly after 70. The fourth habit is to create a gentle wind-down routine. Think of how you'd tuck a child into bed, not just sending them off to sleep, but reading a story, singing a soft song, or tucking the blankets just right. You deserve that same kindness. After 70, your body craves a signal that the day's hustle is over, especially since stress and overstimulation can make it harder to settle down. A wind-down routine doesn't have to be fancy. It's just 20 or 30 minutes of quiet, soothing activities that ease you into rest. Maybe it's reading a few pages of a novel, listening to gentle music like classical or soft jazz, or doing some light stretching to loosen up your shoulders. The key is to avoid anything that revs you up, like watching the evening news, checking emails, or diving into a heated family discussion. I saw this work magic for my friend Lila, an 80-year-old who used to knit until 11 p.m., her mind racing with to-do lists. She'd lie awake worrying about everything from grocery shopping to her grandkids' school projects. I suggested she try a wind-down routine at 8:30. She'd put the knitting away, brew a cup of lavender tea, and listen to a favorite audiobook with the lights low. It's like I'm telling my brain it's okay to stop, she told me a few weeks later. She started falling asleep faster and waking up with a sense of calm she hadn't felt in years. Research backs this up. A 2023 study from the Journal of Sleep Research found that seniors with a consistent pre-bed routine fell asleep 25% faster and reported a 30% boost in morning mood. It's like paving a smooth path to dreamland, and it's a small act of self-care that pays off big. The fifth habit might be the toughest for some, but it's a game changer. Step away from screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That means no phones, tablets, or TV after 8:30 if you're aiming for a 9:30 bedtime. I know those cooking shows or quick scrolls through family photos on your phone are tempting, but screens emit blue light that tricks your brain into staying alert, suppressing melatonin, and leaving you tossing and turning. A study from Harvard Medical School showed that blue light exposure before bed can delay sleep onset by up to an hour and reduce deep sleep by 20%. Instead of scrolling, try something analog, jot down a gratitude list, flip through a magazine, or just sit quietly with your thoughts, maybe sipping that warm tea from your wind-down routine. My neighbor Sam, a 73-year-old who loved his nightly news, was skeptical when I suggested this. "I've watched TV before bed for 40 years, he said. But he was tired of waking up groggy, so he tried it: no screens after 8:30, just a crossword puzzle by lamplight. 2 weeks later, he was sleeping through the night and even started morning yoga again. I didn't realize how much the TV was messing with me, he admitted. Sam's story shows that small changes can ripple outward, giving you back the energy and clarity you thought were gone. You're not forcing sleep, you're inviting it, like opening a window to let in a cool breeze. As you think about these habits, honoring your body's sleepy signals, skipping caffeine and heavy dinners, dimming the lights, creating a wind-down routine, and ditching screens, you might notice they're all about listening to yourself. Your body's not the same as it was 20 years ago, but it's still wise, still capable of healing and thriving. These steps aren't about chasing youth. They're about embracing this season of life with strength and peace. By going to bed between 9 and 10 p.m. and supporting that choice with these habits, you're giving your heart a rest, your brain a cleanup, and your spirit a chance to soar. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried an earlier bedtime? Or is there a habit here you're excited to test? Share your thoughts. It's a great way to inspire each other. If this video sparked a little hope or reminded you that it's never too late to feel better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss more tips to live your best life at any age. Tonight, when the world quiets down and your eyelids start to feel heavy, don't fight it. See it as a gentle invitation to rest, to heal, and to wake up ready for a new day. Here's to nights that restore you and mornings that feel like a fresh start. Sleep well, and I'll see you soon.